Hi there, just on the flight to Helsinki with Rikki. We're heading out to meet the rest of the Avidly team. So we're going to meet the country managers, and it's the 2022 kickoff. So we'll keep in touch, let you know how we're getting on.
Brill. So, back from Finland. What did you think to the kickoff meeting?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Everyone we met so far are absolutely lovely. We met the full leadership team, the C-suite, during the acquisition. It's the first time we met all the country managers, and everyone was just so lovely, so accommodating. Come back with pages and pages of ideas and notes as well. So that's always a good sign, being in a room where you get ideas off other people as well. How did you feel?
Good. I think first real meeting since the acquisition was completed. So really confirmed to me we're doing the right thing for our team and for customers. I think firstly, like you said, good people, which is the cornerstone of anything like this, but also match our level of ambition and growth. They wanted the same things we want, which is good to see, not just from the C-suite, but from the other country managers involved as well. Very similar strategic objectives of wanting to do the best things on HubSpot, wanting to change the world of marketing, sales and CRM. So really good for me to see the continued alignment we knew we had down on the country manager team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one thing that stood out as well is, like, running any business or growing any business is always growing pains and growth pains. Actually talking about them, and they've actually had solutions they've dealt with it before. So was helping each other out, which I thought was amazing. Everyone's super hungry for growth this year, so let's keep going. Yeah.
So here we are for our first kickoff meeting of 2022. This is the main Avidly head office, so we'll head on in a second. It's obviously the head office in Helsinki over in Finland. Then we have our UK Canadian office, along with Germany, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. So as you can see, very, very beautiful offices. There's a nice big cafeteria through there, so hopefully we'll be having lunch there later. So let's head on in, and I'll show you the inside.
Well, I guess a question for me would be, so for anyone that's not aware, who are Avidly and how did they first come onto your radar?
Yeah, so Avidly, like a bit like us really, MarTech provider, so marketing and technology agency, but obviously on a much bigger scale at this point. 5 times more people, 5 times more locations. In the HubSpot industry, very well known for being the biggest of the agencies. I think we first met what was the sort of starting point of Avidly.
2.5-ish.
Yeah. 2.5 years ago, met some of the current leadership team and C-suite, seen them around when in-person events used to be a thing around inbound and stuff like that. I think we'd had a few beers with people and things, so knew a few of the key characters. But they've certainly been on the HubSpot scene for a long time. Back in the day, they've been through a few name and branding changes. We met them when they were in their previous brand and their previous leadership team. I think on the very first partner day, 6 or 7 years that we went to, we met them then. We sat on the same table as them. I think they were the first diamond partner for HubSpot.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember chatting to the husband and wife team as it was then. So yeah, always been on our radars for sure. Definitely caught the headlines when they did the big merger of all of the countries, however long that's been, 3 or 4 years ago, really came to prominence in the HubSpot world. So they had studios in, obviously, the Finland, where they're headquartered, but Norway, Sweden and Denmark joined together at that time. And that's when I think everyone in HubSpot really started paying notice to what they were doing and what they were trying to achieve.
And then Germany after that, I think a couple of years ago, they acquired a German agency. We've been speaking to them on and off for a while now. Great culture fit. Obviously one of the main reasons for the acquisition as well. I keep mentioning it, lovely people.
It's the main thing though, isn't it? When you're looking to work with anyone for the long term, that everything can be aligned.
Mm.
But if you don't click as people, then nothing works. And I think that's the main thing here for us, is we all click as people.
Breakout kitchens again. Some more breakout areas. Meeting rooms. The main reception downstairs, as you can see. There we go. Another meeting room. There we go. One very quick tour of one part of the building.
Is there much crossover between our core values and theirs? Is there certain things that they do that you want to incorporate? Is there certain things that we do that you want to keep that Avidly possibly don't do at the moment?
Great question, John. That's one of the key points we looked into. When we went over there, we were quite shocked, really, because we knew they aligned a lot, but not till we got over there and we chatted with their team and they pulled their core values and slides up. We did ours, and the alignment was scarily, almost like we copied each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, the growth, the internal learning, the client learning, there was so much overlap. Everyone was laughing about it during the day, actually. It was almost like there was clones just rewritten slightly different. So that was a big plus point for everyone.
Yeah, that's it. I think slightly different wordings on things and semantics and stuff, but when you strip it back to the core, I think from a culture perspective, we all want the same things, which is, like Mark said, a culture of learning, a culture of growth, a culture of people getting on and enjoying the place that they work. Like when you really boil both of them down, it's the same, and they've been expressed differently in different ways. And there'll need to be some alignment on how we word things and stuff, but the fundamental core of what we set this business up for and what they're trying to achieve is the same, which is the important bit.
Even Jesse and Hans, that's their CEO and CFO, even they said, and they're numbers people, that if you get the culture right, the people stuff right, the growing, the learning, the numbers will automatically follow. So that was great to hear as well.
Yeah, good phrases that we use as well, like if you grow, we grow, and that's something we've always pushed. And then there it is on a big slide for them, and it was really interesting to see the overlap. Of course, there'll be some learnings from each other. There's stuff on theirs I quite liked, and stuff on ours that they liked, and I think when we bring those together, it'll add to it. Yeah, it's good stuff about one of their ones about being brave, which I really like. Yeah. Like, I guess it's trying to say try new things and don't be scared to fail. Again, these are things we've always said, but maybe we haven't articulated in that way. I'm looking forward to maybe bringing a few of those sort of added culture bits to ours as well, where it'll cement what we do, but maybe just new perspectives on some of the same things. Yeah, it's a great point. I noticed that as well. They're saying if you're going to go for this hyper growth, company's growth, expect to break plates, get things wrong, but as long as you've got a supportive environment, which is what they offer, it's absolutely fine, and they promote that as well. Yeah, good shout.
So on the flip side of that, then, obviously with any merger at any point, there's going to be good things and bad things. Did you guys have any reservations about joining D22 with Avidly? Was there anything that you thought, this is currently our D22 mission statement, if we merge with Avidly, it's going to alter that slightly, or it's going to change the way we approach things?
Another good question, John. We've already planned our next 8 to 10 years as an agency. Well, was D22, now Avidly. So our VTO, we've got the exact growth plans for the next 8 years. Once we overlap the Avidly growth plan as well, it almost identically overlaps the way we want to get. So it just ticks another box. I know it sounds too good to be true, but for me, the culture box, the financial, the growth, it ticks every box to where we want to go. So we never really changed our course. It's just accelerated it in my eyes. If you agree, Rikki.
Oh, 100%. Speak honestly, and there was no reservations or hesitations on my behalf. Like, I think when you looked at things, everything's looked and felt right. Nothing where you thought, well, that doesn't work anymore, or that won't work for us, or that won't work for them. I think, like you say, the overlap in what we're trying to achieve is so strong that there was none of that. It's not to say it's going to be easy. It won't. Nothing's easy. I think we know there's hard work. We've got to integrate systems and loads of weird and wonderful sort of behind the scenes things, which I'm sure will be time consuming,
Yeah.
and we'll need a lot of thought, and we'll need
Yeah.
teams on it and stuff like that. So it's not going to be just like a flick the switch, easy work thing. But I think from like a big picture,
Yeah.
like absolutely
Yeah.
not. I think really, like I say, just accelerates where we were planning to go anyway.
Yeah.
And if you look at the things we've said again and again and again over the last few years of where we've been trying to take this business, becoming global, being a great place to work, being a leader in all things HubSpot, like these are things
Yeah.
we've always wanted and will always want. This adds to all of those and makes them more achievable, more possible, speeds up the timelines. Like there's no change in strategy. As Mark says, we keep our plan the same. We just got more resource, support, people, brand to support where we're trying to get to, which is exciting, not just for the people that work here, because I think the people that work here, they all obviously believe in those things and want to get those things and can be accelerated from it. But I think for clients as well, I think so much that we can add more value to them now with even more expertise, even more niche services that wrap around what we do. People come to us and have asked us for things that are related to inbound and HubSpot, like PR or business strategy or market research and stuff that we don't do here. And sometimes we struggle to say, here's someone I really recommend, or like now we can do all of that within the same company and have the work not done externally, have it aligned and our team be part of the work. I think a lot of that's really exciting for our clients as well.
Morning from Helsinki. We're here today to meet the other country managers from Avidly. So we're here to meet the wider team, see what the plans are for 2022 and enjoy the snow. It's very, very, very wintry here. It's very cold and the snow seems to pile up higher than us. So looking forward to today.
Is there anything like from a cultural perspective that could potentially be a barrier, like how they operate in business in Europe compared to how we operate in England?
Oh, I'm trying to think now, John.
I think it's good that part of Europe is very well aligned with British mentality. I think how relaxed people are in the Nordics and how relaxed we are is good similarities and things. There's definitely parts of Europe that would be more difficult for, I imagine, but I think with where they're based, that doesn't seem too much of a challenge.
Because I'm thinking so hard, I think that's a good sign. I can't really think of anything. As Rikki mentioned earlier, I think not just for our clients, but the team visiting different offices. I can't wait to get out to Oslo, somewhere we want to climb and hike some mountains and go skiing. And again, we've just come back from Helsinki, what a fantastic city. So there's plenty more places for us and our team to explore and for them guys to come over here as well. So looking forward to that as well.
Touched earlier on about, if you guys had any reservations or if Avidly had any reservations, but I think it's only natural with any change in business that the staff will have questions or pushback, potentially like that. Is there anything initially that's been brought to you guys that people are maybe worried about, and how have you put their minds at ease?
Yeah, so how we did this is we had kind of a comms charter rollout. So the first thing we did when it was released to the stock market is we wanted to tell our team straight away. So we got released at 6:30. We organised a meeting with our team at 8. We communicated to them. We're holding separate workshops for Q&A. We're going to drop in everyone's L10s as well, which is their team meetings. We got open door policy. We're trying to answer as much as possible. There's been no major concerns at the minute. It's just a few questions like changing from Google Chat to Slack, for instance. Just some little technical questions, not big concerns, just how are we going to do it, when we're going to do it. So we're just trying to answer as best we can in real time, really. But I hadn't had anything negative at all. So it's been really good feedback.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked so hard here, as everybody knows. Everyone's worked hard on making this an amazing place to work. I like to think we're all bought into that. that's been our driver for creating the business from day one, and everyone that works here seems to be hooked on culture and adding to it and making this an amazing place to work. So suddenly changing the brand, your instincts would be that's at risk. But I think with the model that Avidly run and the independence we have here on a local level, for continue to run the studio as we always have, continue to do the events, initiatives, investment into culture we always had, none of that changes, and none of that's changed in any of the countries that Avidly run in, because anyone that runs a multi-country business will know each country needs different things and things run different ways. And I think one of the things why they've been so successful with this is they've let the countries have their own ways of working rather than trying to enforce a global wide policy on things which are local. And I think when you look through the list of FAQs we did or presentation we did, I mean, the probably the shocking thing is from an acquisition perspective is the amount of things that won't change. And that's because Avidly are obviously aware that they wanted a company that's doing well, and why change things when it's going well. So I think the continuity we're going to have is a big reason why we're not getting any resistance or pushback or negativity from the team. Plus the fact that our team are lovely, positive people who look for growth and challenges and can probably see this for what it is, which is a big opportunity for all them, as much as it's an opportunity for Avidly and our customers and HubSpot and everyone else involved in this. It's the opportunity is massive for everyone that works here. I think that's what's hooked them in, but that's what was sold to everyone when they came here, is you'll have growth and opportunity, and as long as you keep delivering on that, then no reason to look at it any other way.
And just to add to that is we've worked too hard for our culture. There's no way we're going to let that go. We're going to keep fighting for a great place to work for the rest of our days.
That's our number one job, isn't it? And we both work here. Like, we've always worked here, and we've always said that same as anyone else, like, I want to get up in the morning, can't wait to get to work, and I want to work hard and enjoy the people I'm with. But that's just intrinsic now, isn't it? It's not ever changing. And we wouldn't have done something like this if we thought it didn't make that better. So excited to see where it goes. Kind of a couple of weeks in, really, which is fun. I've got, like we say, the real work begins on making this happen now. It's all theoretical until you start having calls like we got today about, like you say, IT and all of the lovely, weird and wonderful problems that you've got to solve. This is when it becomes real, but that's also exciting because people start to meet each other. We've got different streams of work and different departments, and obviously that'll continue to grow when we integrate comm systems and meeting systems and stuff, but people from both sides are talking now, which means it's not just a me and Mark thing, it's a full company thing, and other people can go off and own all of those streams of work and enjoy working with those people and solving those problems, and we don't necessarily have to be involved in it all, which is great.
That's true. It's a big focus for us over the next couple of weeks. There's obviously a lot of management team I've met, the web team have met. It's just trying to get everyone on calls and meetings. We're trying to get the Slack channel. I think if there is any anxiety, as soon as you meet people in real life, it kind of takes that away. That's a big push for us over the next couple of weeks.
It's 300 people to meet each other, so it's not a small job.
Yes, 300 people. That's another thing. They asked us to jump straight on a call to introduce ourselves to 250 people. I think that's the biggest chat channel I've been on yet. Definitely. Video call.
That was a big video call. It's like a conference
call.
You could each summarize in one sentence what this personally means for you in 2022.
You go first.
For me, I'll go first. This company's our baby in a way. We've given up a lot, sacrificed a lot to get it to this stage in its life cycle. To move it to the Premier Division, if you want to talk in football terms, means a lot to us. We're very proud, and we just want to take it completely to another level. There you go. That's it for me.
think for me, like the overarching thing is opportunity. I think
Yeah.
we've all got to, like any opportunity, you've got to make the most of it. But I think
Yeah.
the opportunity is here for everyone at Digital 22, everyone at Avidly, our
Yeah.
customers, HubSpot. If everyone's aligned and wanting to
Yeah.
take this somewhere, the opportunity is insanely big. And it's up to all of us to make the most of it.
Yeah.
There's big responsibility, but my overarching feeling at the moment is just opportunity. And that's what we've always seeked out. So I like that, and I'm looking forward to realising it this year and making it a reality.